I was diagnosed with cancer 2 years ago. I have multiple myeloma, which is a non-curable but livable cancer. The only problem with dealing with cancer, as far as I'm concerned, has been dealing with the chemotherapy. The chemotherapy has trained me physically, completely, to the point where I could not even go to the grocery store by myself. I could not drive. I didn't feel safe, hardly doing anything but sitting in my chair watching TV and then getting up and going to bed at night. Since I have been coming to acupuncture, I am driving, I am shopping, and I'm living an almost normal life. That's about as much as you can say, but that's also the very biggest plus. At least I'm able to interact with my family. I can have company. I can spend time with my granddaughter shopping, and that's heaven. One of the other problems with chemotherapy, of course, is the steroid effect. I have to take them twice a week. You feel like you're on an extreme caffeine high to where you're jittery, shaky, can't sleep, can't sit still. And Dr. O has calmed that down. He has made my life completely different than it was when I was first diagnosed with this, because the chemotherapy was terrible. Well, number one, you have an emotional problem, of course. Physically, it was like somebody pulled a plug on a 50-year-old person, even though I'm not 50. I had a lot of energy. I was busy every day. I had an active volunteer program. And when I started chemotherapy, I literally couldn't do anything. I was lucky to be able to take a shower and get in and out of the tub without shaking and feeling extremely, extremely weak. I had to have a shower bar put in, had to sit down to dry myself, just had no energy. And you just move from chair to bed. That was all I could do, and to doctor's offices, obviously. Literally, I would sit in the chair, and television would be on, and you would comprehend maybe half of what was going on. But you have this fog, this brain fog, that it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter. And you think, well, I'm thirsty, I'm going to get up and go get some water. And you sit there for a half an hour. Because you don't have the energy, the desire to move. It's just, you're just spaced out, totally spaced out. It's, in the old days, we would have enjoyed it. Nowadays, you say, oh no, I want my energy back. And you can't sleep all the time, even though that would be the preferred situation. You just had no energy, no interest. No interest at all in anything. I was telling my husband that we had talked about it, and I was so sick that I was beginning to question the quality of life. Was the chemotherapy worth it? Because chemotherapy it's a poison you're putting into your body to kill another poison. And I really was not sure it was worth it. But now I have Dr. O. It's worth it. It's 100% better than it was. I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything. And at least now I'm capable of having a halfway normal life. And the quality of life is a lot better than it was, believe me. He ended up retiring just to take care of me, because I couldn't take care of myself. And that was, I couldn't drive, couldn't go grocery, couldn't do anything. And timing was good for us. We were lucky. But Yeah. Now he's off to the gym doing his thing. Well, I'm off doing whatever I'm doing. And there are times when I need his help, yeah. Not every day is as good as it used to be. No, I can't say, I am what I would consider myself to be normal. But I'm functioning. I can function, and that's the difference. Well, when it really, it was an emotional upset for everybody in the family. Then the worst part was when I told them the cancer is not terrible, we caught it early, it is controllable. And yet then they saw the results of the chemo fog, which is like you can't think straight, or you just don't want to communicate, or you can't communicate, or you can't carry on an intelligent conversation. They saw the effects of all of that, and that terrified them even more. It was the chemo that was making me sick, not the cancer. And that's the difference that Dr. O has made. I think I talk halfway intelligently now. Now my family, we're interacting, we're going places, we're doing things, we're going on trips. It's wonderful. I can at least tolerate the chemotherapy now, as opposed to 2 years ago when I wasn't tolerating it at all. I will be going through chemotherapy for the rest of my life. This is a full, a full-term, non-curable cancer. So, but I was lucky to be diagnosed prior to stage 1, and we can keep it controlled. My doctor says, my oncologist said to me, she said, this will not kill you. This will keep you sick, but it will not kill you. So I think I've just been blessed, because a lot of people have it an awful lot worse than I do. But I tell you, those people that are so sick with the chemotherapy need to come in here and see Dr. O. He's changed my life. And not only is he a physical support with the acupuncture and the herbs, but he's also an emotional support. He's very sympathetic, and he'll do whatever he can to help you. It was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago, January, coming up. So, it's a devastating illness, and yet I was very lucky. I was diagnosed early. Other than losing 30 pounds in the first 40 days of chemotherapy, I haven't lost any weight, and I haven't lost my hair. So,
you're so lively now.
That's the difference. That's Dr. O. And Dr. Rue, I saw her last week, and she said, Melody, you look so good. You're doing so good. I said, that's my Dr. O. I will do anything to help him, to increase his practice, to increase the word of Asian medicine. Because the combination of the Western and the Eastern together is 100% better than just one or the other.